Hello and welcome back to this training here. My name's Dean Holland and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Now, we're just getting really started now into some great training here for you that we've prepared. Now, if you recall in the previous video, in that first section of the training, we really went through some background as to what I've done over the last decade of being in this industry, and then we started transitioning to the system that we've now built over the last few years that actually is enabling myself and our partners inside this system to have on average over $18,000 per week flowing into the business. Okay, now what we basically did in that first video, I gave you the key metric to what actually controls the success of the sales in your business, and if you recall, that was generating targeted traffic to a high converting offer or offers, and obviously then making sales and getting customers. Now that just really is the one, probably single most important metric you have to be able to understand and really get to grips with and really master if you plan on making money on the internet and generating a business and generating an income. So what I actually then started to touch on for you was, if you recall, we spoke about how you have to basically be able to provide a solution to a problem within a marketplace. And if you can do that, provide a quality, proven solution to a common problem that a group of people have within a particular industry or marketplace or niche, whatever you'd want to call it, then you will be likely to make sales. Okay, now today, what I want to start doing for you is getting into the specifics of this system, the specifics of the business model, the system, the setup, whatever you'd want to call it, that you need to build, that you need to have running for you on the internet in order to make all of this happen, largely on autopilot as well, by the way. Now, this system is actually made up of 5 key components, 5 pillars, call it what you will, but there's 5 integral parts to this, and each of the 5 parts moves somebody to the next stage, all whilst delivering more value to them, helping them further, and actually making you more money. Now, the great thing about this system, if we was to just, let's just say, if we just put a line here a moment, if we just draw this line with an end point and a start point, okay? So in between, if we say this is the start, okay, excuse me, and over here, this is the finish, okay? So this is the beginning of your system, and this is the final destination within your business system. Now, there is actually other parts in between here, okay? So we're going to have one there, and one there. In total, obviously giving us 5 parts to the system. Now, here's the deal. There are a few types of people that you're going to bring through this process, okay? And this is what I really want to get over to you first, and then what we'll do, we'll actually get into the individual components of the system and break them down more individually for you, and that's what we're going to be doing over the rest of the course of this training series for you, okay? Now, first and foremost, what your business has to collect first, has to be building on a daily, consistent basis. Here, if you can see this in just a second, is leads, okay? So first of all, you have to be building a list of leads. You may call it a list of subscribers, a list of opt-ins, call it what you will. I refer to them in my business, in our system, as leads, because these are potential people that could go on to become customers, could be buyers, could be people that pay you money in your business, okay? So what we're doing in this area here, okay, to get leads, we're actually going to give something of value away for free in order to entice our visitors, okay, in order to entice our visitors to actually give us their email address and join our email list and become a lead, to become a subscriber, okay? Now, when we've got that, the second part, what we're doing here, if I just draw a line down, is to get customers. Okay, so customers is the next part. So we're getting leads, then we want to be getting customers, okay, and this is done by actually offering something. And like I say, I'll teach you what the 5 pillars are in a moment. So we've got leads, we've got customers, then third, what we actually want here is repeat customers. Okay, so third, we're building repeat customers. So can you see what's happening here? We're getting leads. From our leads, we're getting customers. From our customers, we're getting repeat customers. Then fourth, here's something you're going to love, and I'll teach you how we do this soon. The fourth category that we're going to convert to is members, okay? Now, what I mean by members is people that are actually not just paying you for one time, not just paying you for one standalone product, but actually paying you on a recurring monthly basis, okay? A recurring monthly basis, meaning they join your membership, they pay you once, but then every month or at a predefined time frame that you specify, they pay you a set amount of money again, okay? And like I say, we'll really get into this because recurring income is very, very important and powerful. And fifth and finally, and this is actually where the bulk of your money will be made, is in the final destination, if you can see that here now, is actually clients. Okay, so let's just take a look at this now, and then I'll teach you what the 5 components are that make this happen. So we're going to bring in leads, okay, so we've got leads, then we've got customers, people that actually take out the credit card and pay for something. Then we've got repeat customers. What I mean by this is people that then go on to buy more than one product from you. Then you're going to have members, okay, so people that join your membership and pay you on a recurring basis. And finally, clients. Now, clients are actually people that invest in one of your higher level opportunities, such as maybe you've bought a coaching program or invested in some sort of higher level set like a DVD set or a high ticket seminar or coaching program, mentoring facility, something like that, a mentoring service that's typically your higher price, you know, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 and possibly beyond. So these are the 5 categories of people that you need. Now, obviously you need to know exactly how do you do that. How do you get leads? What do you do to do that? How do you get customers, repeat customers, members, and then clients finally? Okay? Well, that is done by having 5 pillars in your business, 5 integral parts that actually make these things happen. Okay? Now, when you've got these 5 pillars in place and they're all optimized to convert, that is when you can start to get traffic. So obviously here, because this is the entry to your business, this is where you're going to obviously need to pour the traffic in. Okay? Now, traffic in itself is a whole nother topic that we can get into going forwards. But today, what I just want to do now for you is tell you the 5 key parts of the business system. So I hope you've written this down. You need leads, customers, repeat customers, members, clients. If you've written that down, now what I'm going to do is just wipe this off the board here now, of our trusty whiteboard. And what I want to do now is actually tell you what these 5 pillars are. Okay, I've actually got specific names that we give these, and I want to teach you what these 5 pillars are here now. So the first pillar, if you remember, this is where we build leads. Okay, so this is where we build our pool of leads. We're going to have our 2-phase lead box, as I call it. Okay, so this is our 2-phase lead box. Now, secondly, we're going to have what I call the value trip. I don't know if you can hear that siren. If the microphone's picking it up, it sounds like there's an ambulance or something outside. So apologies if you can. So we got the 2-phase lead box to collect leads. We've got the value trip to convert customers. Third here, we've got the irresistible, and I think I'm spelling that wrong, the irresistible stack. Whoops, I ran on a little bit there. So third is the irresistible stack, and remember, this is where we get repeat custom. The fourth one, if I draw the line around here, the fourth one, if you remember, was to get us members, recurring customers. So this is actually what I call the automated ATM. So this is where we're going to build your recurring income in the system and start building that up. I mean, just think about that a moment. Think about having, you know, 100 people paying you $97 a month. It's $10,000 a month, $120,000 a year, just off 100 people. So this here is very, very powerful. And fifth and finally, and this is probably my most, or one of my most, bits that we're proud of as part of this system. We call it the wishing well. Okay. Now the wishing well is actually a very, very clever process in the system of how you make high-ticket sales. When I say high ticket, I'm talking your premium opportunities, where people will pay you thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars per person for your higher level opportunity, your coaching, masterminds, things like this. So obviously you may not have any of this right now. I'm going to assume that you probably haven't. So these are the actual parts. The two-phase lead box builds your list of leads, collects targeted prospects potentially interested in what you have to offer. The value trip, that's the second pillar in the process. This converts leads into customers for you. The irresistible stack, this builds repeat custom, delivers more value, makes you more money. Fourth here, we've got the automated ATM, which is actually a way in which you build your recurring income. And finally, I call it the wishing well. Now, the wishing well is a way in which you actually have people coming to you to pay you thousands and thousands of dollars, okay? So this is the 5 pillars of the process, and this gets you leads, customers, repeat customers, members, and clients, okay? Now, this concludes this video. Now what we're going to do in the next training video for you is actually get into the more specifics of each of these areas and how all this is done. How do you build your list? What is the value trip? How do you put in an irresistible stack? What exactly is this automated ATM and wishing well? Well, that's what we're going to be discussing in the next part of this training, so keep an eye on your inbox. And remember, all of this stuff that I'm going through here in this training, we go into this in a lot more detail in our BCB course that you can actually just get started with by clicking a link or button at any time you wish now, or at any time you like while this offer is open, to get your hands on this course and go through this multi-part training series, modular, brand new course that we have called the Big Commission Blueprint that teaches you how to do all of this. It tells you all of this. So if you can't wait for any of the upcoming free training sections that we're doing for you here, then go on and take advantage of the special offer and get started with our Big Commission Blueprint course right now. You can click a button or a link somewhere on this page, I'm sure, to actually go ahead and do that. So if you want to get started now, if you're ready for success, to learn how to do all of this, including how we get traffic in our business and much, much more, go ahead and get that now. If not, no problem. Keep your eye on your inbox. We'll keep sending you this great training to really help you with this system that's making us, remember, over $18,000 per week right now in my business. So with that said, my name's Dean Holland of Internet Profits here. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you again very soon.